Operating your stove. Operation efficiency. There are 3 basic stages of wood fire. They may all be happening at the same time. Evaporation. The wood begins to heat to the temperature where moisture in the wood boils out. It may look as if the fire is smoky, but most of what you see is steam that is absorbing the heat from the fire itself. Next, the release of the complex gases trapped in the wood fiber and the burning of the fiber itself. This stage is where the majority of the heat is released and transferred to your home. Lastly is the ember coal bed stage. This stage helps to restart the next load of wood and to maintain the firebox temperature. This helps the draft and burn because it makes the exhaust gases travel up the stove pipe more efficiently while maintaining the ember bed. Building a fire. There are a few tools you may want to have on hand. These include heat-resistant gloves that cover the hands and lower portion of the arm, and basic firebox utensils such as a poker, tongs, shovel, and a rake or broom. A covered non-combustible ash container that can easily be removed from the inside of the home to the outside will be needed for ash removal. And remember, when storing ash and embers, they can contain enough heat to start a fire for several days. Ash may be safely removed when the stove is allowed to cool down somewhat prior to the actual ash removal. To get started, ball up a few sheets of newspaper, lay them on the floor of the firebox. Cover them with several pieces of finger-sized split wood and then just a few pieces of wood a little larger. And remember, airflow is critical at this time, and it is not necessary to fill the firebox. Just provide a good amount of fuel to start the fire with. Next, set the operating control to the full open position by lifting up on the control. This will operate both openings of air to the firebox. Next, wrap 1 or 2 pieces of newspaper together to make a torch and light it at one end. Hold the lit end above the door opening, allowing for the heat to rise quickly into the top of the unit and into the chimney connector or pipe. Leave enough torch to get the balled paper started and going quickly. Close the door, but do not latch it to help get the draft established. Safety first. Never leave the door open and unattended while a fire is burning or embers are present. Allowing the door to be ajar during operation may cause an overfire situation, causing stress to the stove that may reduce the life of your stove. Now that the fire has had a chance to burn the startup fuel, add larger fuel, keeping in mind you want good airflow through the firebox around the fuel. Close and latch the door. Experiment with wood placement as you begin to understand burning characteristics of your unit. Right now, the depth of the ember bed is the main concern. As these larger pieces begin to burn down and break apart, they can spread evenly across the floor of the firebox. Add more fuel once this unit has begun to burn readily. With the operation of the control handle, you can achieve the desired flame look and heat output. Maintaining the ember bed will give the best results for a clean burning, beautiful fire. The ember bed is feeding heat to the unit, the fuel, and the chimney connector or stove pipe. As you begin to understand the operation of your EcoChoice unit, some things to watch for include a glowing ember bed, clear glass with little or no visible contaminants. The air tubes appear to have candle-looking flames, and the firebox itself has little or no buildup of tar-looking contaminants. Burn rate control. The EcoChoice units only have one manual operating control that meters the incoming combustion air into the different areas on the firebox. Never run the unit continuously in full open position day after day. If the unit needs to be run at full open position constantly, then the unit is undersized or needs help with moving the heated air in the area where it is located. Small changes in the inlet openings to the firebox can make huge changes to that amount of draft that unit is able to operate on efficiently. When making changes to the operating control, small and slow movements will help maintain the chimney connector draft for the unit to operate properly. Small, slow movements will maintain a constant draft, controlled heat, eliminate overfiring conditions, and maintain a clean burn. When the control is raised all the way up, it's on the high setting. And when pushed all the way down, it's on the low setting. Starting a fire, open the burn rate air control by raising it all the way to the top, the high setting. After starting the fire, set the burn rate air controls to the desired setting. High burn rate, maximum heat, 30,000 plus BTUs an hour, raise the burn rate air control all the way up until it stops. Top marker to a fully open position. Be sure and monitor the fire closely while in this setting to avoid overfiring your stove. Medium-high burn rate, 15,000 to 30,000 BTUs an hour. Raise the burn rate air control to the medium-high marker. The blower may remain on. Medium to low burn rate, 10,000 to 15,000 BTUs an hour. Raise the burn rate air control to the medium marker. Low burn rate, below 10,000 BTUs an hour, leave the burn rate air control at the bottom marker. These are just average burning numbers of BTUs generated by burning fuel. Here are a couple tips. You may want to open the burn control fully during the startup and refueling of the firebox. Then on colder days and nights, the control may need to be adjusted a little higher than the center setting. For the longest burn times, the control may need to have the lowest setting possible for the fuel you are burning. BTU output can be affected by a number of conditions, including, but not limited to, the type of wood, elevation, wood condition, moisture content, and venting. Convection blower. The Eco wood burning insert has a built-in blower which is optional on the freestanding units. The blower will turn on and off automatically when set to auto. When set to manual, the fan will turn on/off only when you turn it on or off. The manual setting overrides the automatic operation by bypassing the temperature-sensitive switch called the snap disc in the stove. For maximum efficiency and lowest emissions, when operating the blower for low and medium-low burn settings, leave the blower off until the burn is well established, about 30 minutes. When reloading the appliance, raise the burn rate air control all the way to high setting for about 5 to 15 minutes before setting to the desired burn rate. For a low blower speed, turn the knob clockwise as far as possible. If you find the blower coming on and off at undesirable temperatures, relocate the snap disc to another location in the designated zone on the back of the appliance. Proper safety considerations. When building a fire or refreshing a fire, never use gasoline, lantern fuel, kerosene, charcoal lighter fluid, or similar liquids to start or freshen up a fire in any EcoChoice wood burning unit. Also, do not store any flammable liquids and materials in the unit's vicinity. Never burn the unit with the door open unattended. Never store or dry wood kindling or other combustibles close to the unit allowing for spontaneous combustion referred to in the owner's manual and on the serial label. Good fire example. This is an example of a good fire. The fire's rolling off the air tubes and licking at the glass. It has a nice active flame pattern. There's no smoke in the firebox that can be seen. Bad fire example. This is an example of a bad fire. The fire's lazy, not very active with long black tails. There's also way too much smoke in the firebox. The unit needs more air, a hotter ember bed, or the wood is just too wet.